Hey everybody, this is Tanya at Hummingbird Paintery, and I'm coming on today to show you two different wooden snowmen. I'm going to get my things together and show you what I need here so everybody can pop on. You're going to need one stick. You can just get this off of a tree out of your yard. I've already cut mine to the dimensions that I need. You're going to need one of these blocks, actually 3 of these blocks, but I did cut them to fit differently instead of using 3 of the same. Hey Beth Hurley. So I ruined one of them out in the shop trying to cut it, so that was a waste of $1. Hey there Elaine, thank you for coming on. And I had some scrap wood that I used, this and another piece that's bigger that I've already painted one of them white. And then I've got 2 other pieces that I also cut. Hey Paula Kemp, Donna Black. And these are the other 2 that I needed for the other snowman. You also need some buttons. And I used the tip end of a skewer. And I cut this one off because it was already broken anyway. So I cut the tip off. And that we're going to need some ribbon. Whatever color you choose. This is part of a sock that I'm going to use for a hat. And I'm going to stuff a little bit of it with some polyfill. You're also going to need your hot glue gun. Thank you so much for sprinkling, Elaine. Hey, Beth Hurley. So, what I did to save a little time, I did paint part of these. Part of them I did not. But I took the 3... and we have a snowman just like this that I've already painted white. I did drill a hole on either side to put my branches for the arms. Hey Janet Sherman. So we're going to go ahead and put his arms in. And I did it to an angle. That way they would go up just like this. I don't know if you can see it or not. There you go. The 2 arms are there. Thank you for painting the page, Donna. So, you can use the 3 blocks. The bottom block is just the same as this one. I went ahead and cut this one a little bit less, and then I got another little piece and I cut it off so I could have 3 different sizes instead of having the 3 squares. But you can have them all the same. Then we're going to put our buttons on, which I got 3 buttons that were kind of small. Hey, Linda Lampkin. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Let me get this little dab off the end of it. I don't want to burn my hand here. We'll paint some of the other one. So I have put on 1 button. I'm going to put 2 on the top. Hey, Minnie Duncan, happy Sunday. And then I'm going to put the other 2. I'm going to put 1 more on the top one. And I'll show it to you as soon as I put it on here. This is the second one. Hey, Kate. Thank you for coming on. I don't want to butcher your last name, so I won't say it. And then we're going to put this 3rd one on, just like this. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to take this, we're going to end up putting them together, but I'm going to first go ahead and paint this one wherever I would like to do it. And I'm just going to do it on this side right here. And I'm going to take the nose that I already put the orange on, which is the tip end of the skewer. And I'm going to put a little glue on the bottom of it right here. And you're just going to put this on the middle of your face. And then I'm going to take some black paint. I'm going to put a little dot on it right here for the eyes. And I'm just going to go 1 little dot, 2 little dots, just like this. But we don't want it to be up too long. I want to be able to dry that. So let's just use the glue. Well, I can't turn it on, shoot, because I unplugged it a while ago. So we'll put the head on a little bit later to let it dry, and I'm going to go ahead and put the mouth on. And that way it looks like this right here. Okay, but we're going to let it dry just so the eyes don't drip down, because if we put it on straight, then it might do that. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to glue this one on top of this one in the center of the block. And we'll get that ready for when we do use it. We'll do the hat in a minute. We're going to let this sit here just like that. So it'll dry. And we'll do the hat and this little ribbon for his scarf afterwards. So we're going to go ahead and start with the next one. And I've already painted the bottom portion right here, so I've got it finished. Okay. And then we're going to do this one and this one, both white, so we can have a 3-tiered snowman just like we did. So I'm going to put some white on here. Let me put this down a little bit so everybody can see me. And we're going to get some paint on our brush. Let's see here. I want to get rid of these. All right, so we're going to take this one first. And these had some drill holes in it. These were extra pieces of wood that I just had, and I cut them down. Thank you, Lisa Bishop. She's the one that gave these to me from her husband, who was making a fence. So we don't ever throw anything away because crafters can use everything. Hey, Debbie, thank you for coming on. We're going to do all of these, and then we'll do the top portion. We'll have to set it down. We're going to do all the sides here. Ooh, I'm getting paint on me. Gotta be careful with the paint. When I get done, I'll have to get it off of my shirt. Let's get some more paint. I try to put a little bit of paint at a time. That way I don't waste anything. Because you know how expensive paint is. These little bottles at Walmart, I got the apple barrel paint. They used to be 50 cents. Now they're 54 cents. Which is still a good deal compared to like Hobby Lobby and all that. Alright, so I'm going to set this one down. And I set it in the black just a tad. Let me see. Alright. I'm just going to use my fingernail to kind of hold the edge of it. You don't have to do the bottom portion on any of them because we're going to glue those together. But you want this because it's going to be a little bit, at least on the sides and a little bit on the front and the back. But I'm going to go ahead and do all of it. Finish painting this portion. If anybody's interested in buying either one of these as a kit so you can paint them yourself, then I will cut these out for you. Just let me know if you're interested and I'll put it up on the website. All right, so we're gonna get that one done, and now we're gonna do the last piece, which is gonna be the head. We're gonna put a little bit more black on here. How'd everybody's day go? Anybody do anything fun earlier? If y'all got on, I posted the cookies that I made, and I also posted a video of me making some soup earlier. I made taco soup, and it was good too. I ate it for lunch. Just watching crafting stuff, Linda. That's what I do most of the time, but I try not to get on and watch too many of the other crafters. I watch Manny, if I can catch him. Watch the replay of the soup you made for lunch. Well, that's good. Was it? You'll have to make it because it was really good. My stepmother's a really good cook, and she gave me that recipe. And the cookies, I put Milky Way cookies on there, and they're really, really good as well. Let me make sure this is good around here. We're going to let it dry for a second. We're going to go ahead and take these other two pieces. Hey, Patsy Perry, thank you for coming on. And we're going to paint them black because this is going to be the hat. And I'll give everybody a preview of what we're going to do the rest of the week. I haven't decided what I'm going to do for each day. This one's kind of clogged up. Hey, Pat. How are you doing? What have you been doing today? Miss Pat, Miss Elaine, all of y'all watch me all the time, and I appreciate that. These white ones should dry while I'm doing this one. Anybody can do this if y'all got some scrap pieces of wood. Or you can go around where people are building houses if there's any out there being built. I don't know of anybody that should be putting up a house right now with the price of wood. So expensive. Alright, I'm going to set that one aside and fix where I put my fingerprints. Let's see. Alright, and then we're going to paint this one. This was just a little piece that I had to. I didn't have to cut very much on these. They were already this size. I guess I was just lucky. Happy Halloween. Doing good. Food shopping and cook pork with... Ooh, that sounds good, except for the sauerkraut. I don't like that. I think my mother likes sauerkraut, but I can't stand it. But I'm sure it's good. Just not the sauerkraut. Not for me. Pork chops sound delicious. Hey, Jenny Ramirez. Thank you for coming on. Let me see if I can do just a little bit more on here. I must have a clog in there because it doesn't want to pour out very good. Okay, so we got that black and we're going to set it over to the side. Let me make sure I fix where I put my fingers. I'm going to set the black to the side and rinse out my brush. Is everybody going to hand out candy tonight? I don't know that I'll be doing that. I do have that little sucker thing that I made. One of the first things I made. I'll show it to y'all again. I should set it out there for them. All right, let's see. This is almost dry. So we're going to go ahead and stick him on. We're going to go back to that one. And then we'll finish the face on this other one. We're going to pick this up. We got the body done. This is done right here. If you want to, you can go back and paint this little bit of part right here around here where the glue is. And that way it'll be white as well. Hey, Nelda Sanders, thank you for coming. We did not have any trick-or-treaters yet, if any. Is it dark there already at 3? Well, maybe 4 where you're at, Miss Pat? All right, so I guess I could put him on here and then we'll fix his head. So I'm going to go ahead and glue his head on. And I want it right about in the center, a little bit forward to the front, just like that. They do trick or treat in the park next to me yesterday, and it was a safe place. That's a good thing. No, it's still light. It's after 4. Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this piece because this kind of matches this. I cut the heel off of a little sock from the Dollar Tree. And I'm going to go ahead and put this around here. And we're just going to kind of make a bow, but we're not going to do the bow. We're just going to let it hang. Let me tie a knot in it though. That way it doesn't come undone. Unless you want to glue it. Alright, so you really don't have to glue anything for this, and I did it a little too long. But this is what he looks like. You can glue these pieces down if you want to. Let me see if I can get it to go down just a little bit. Let me glue the one in the front. Let me just get a little tad on here. And the other one, I'm going to leave it dangling. Just like that. Guess it looks kind of funny. Alright. So, what I decided, I just cut the heel off. And I'm going to use this. I folded this part in. And that way it'll be the front. Thank you. So, we're going to glue it kind of like this. It's going to look funny for a second. We'll glue this a little bit to here just so it'll stay this way. That way you've got this. You don't have to. Then I put a little bit of glue right across there. Okay, so it looks funny right now. But this is going to be his little hat. Gonna be a little cap or whatever. That looks so funny to me. Okay, So we're going to take a little bit of this polyfill and we're going to put it up underneath here where the heel is because I want it to stick up some like a hat. It's so funny. All right. So first, we're going to glue this portion down right there. And then we're going to take a little bit and we're going to go across just like we did the front. Be careful not to hurt yourself. And we're going to put it down, and it looks funny still, okay? Because we haven't finished it. It looks really funny. Okay, so we're going to take some glue, and we're going to put it on the edge on the inside. And we're just going to kind of squish it down onto the side. We might have to put a little more glue because it was hard for me to tell. Let me look at it. And it kind of looks like that on the side. And then we're going to do the other side. And we'll pull it all together here. Be careful not to get any glue on you. Because I got it on my finger just a little bit. We're just going to squeeze it down here. And be careful so we don't get any glue on our finger. We're going to fix it a little bit better, but this is more like it's going to be right here. And I'm just going to lift this up a little bit. Just put a little dab of glue here and a little on the edge on here. And hold it for just a little bit. Thank you so much, Paula. We're going to do the edges right here. All right. So there he is. Love the color of the hat, Miss Linda said. Thank you so much. I kind of liked it too. I just got some out of the Dollar Tree. They have different colors. They've got red, and I used that for something else the other day. But this is what it looks like finished. And you can see that the arms are on there. Now you can rosy the cheeks up. Let me see if I've got some. Got my blush that I keep over here. We'll put him some little rosy cheeks on since it's cold. I got a little bit of rosy all over his hat. Lord. See, I got a little bit of rosy right in his hat, but that's okay. But there he is. There's that one. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Appreciate that. It did come out really cute. I think it's cute. Okay, so it looks like everything is dry. So we know this one's dry because I did it pre-done. And we're just going to do this the same way we did the other one, and we're going to stack one on top of the other. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on top of the one right here, and then we're going to just set him on top, kind of get him in the center, just like this. Got a little piece of fuzz on there. There we go. Just like that. And then we're going to take the head and decide which side we want for the face. Let's see. And we're just going to do it just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little amount of glue right here. If you want to, you can put some E6000 on there, or you can use just the hot glue. If mine comes apart, then I probably will end up E6000 in it. But I think it'll be okay. All right. So there are 3 stacks of wood for your next snowman. And then we're going to do the buttons. And I got 3 buttons that were the same. I had these in my stash because I got some at a estate sale. We're going to do just like the other one, and we're going to put 1 at the bottom and 2 in the middle without trying to burn myself. And 1 more, and then I'll show it to you. It's kind of hard to see and do. So this is what it looks like so far. Then we're going to do the hat. We're going to take this part. We did not have to paint this one because we're going to put it on the top here. You can paint the edges, and I might do that later. We're going to hold it for a second. Thank you, Paula. She said I'm a natural for the lives. All right, so then we're doing this. That's the bottom or the brim of the hat. And then we're going to take this one, the same thing. You don't have to do this because you're going to end up putting it right here. And we're just going to set it in the center here and hold on to it for just a minute. Thank you for painting the page, Cheryl. So this is what he looks like so far. And you could do 2 different sides here. You could do the back and the front. And then if you change, you have 2 different faces on it. One for a good day and then one for a bad day. So we're going to go ahead. I got red out for his scarf because I didn't want to do green. So we're going to go ahead and do the scarf on here. And I may make a bow for his. Let's just see what it looks like with a bow. Let me hold on to it. Try to hold it and tie it at the same time. I wonder if I can do that. Well, I did it. Let's see. I'll show it to you if I can get it. All right. So this is what it looks like so far. And then you may want to just put a dab of glue right on the edge there because that wants to lean out. If you do it tighter, you won't have to put any glue. But I didn't do it so tight, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that portion. Glue it down. I didn't get little strings on my feet. Hey, Frankie, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. This is what it looks like so far. I did put a little dab of glue right there just so it would hold that. Now we're going to make his face. I'm going to lay him down because that's easier for me to do instead of standing up for his face. Let me get these little fuzzies off of here from the glue. So let me make sure that my hands are all dry. All right, we're going to make, first we're going to do the cheeks, okay? And everybody knows that I use this for my cheeks, my real blush. So much easier just to rub it in, okay? Instead of trying to paint a circle, so much easier. Let me make sure some's over here. All right, so this is what he looks like so far. Okay, with his cheeks on. Put that down. Make sure my pink is out of here. All right, and then we're going to take some black and we're going to put it on our pad here, which I use paper plates, but you can do whatever you want to. I'm going to use a little brush. Let me make sure this little booger's off the end of it because it'll mess it up. Okay, so we're going to do a different face than just dots on this one. Thank you so much, Frankie. All right, so we're going to take this and we're going to go like this. And then we're going to take the other side and we're going to do the same thing, okay? So this is what it looks like so far. And then we're going to take the black and we're going to do it just like this. Came off. We may have to E6000. The paint may have been a little wet, so if it was, it doesn't always glue on there very well, so everybody be aware of that. And you may want to put some E6000 or some Gorilla Glue. This is what it looks like so far, which looks funny. Okay, but we're going to finish it. Let me get my brush out. And I had some, let me see here. These are one of those brushes that Elaine gave me, so I'm going to use it. Okay. I'll make it look cute. I hope so. Let me get some of the water on here. Let's see. Be careful not to get too much water. I have to kind of be quiet for a second. Let me see. All right. So this is what it looks like so far. Got to make sure that we get our brush nice and watered and then put it down so we can get all the water out of it. Then we're going to take a little bit of blue. We're going to go under this black. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. And this is what it looks like right now. Then we're going to take the white. We're going to put a little dab of white. Don't want to waste anything. Even though it's already white on there, you want to still paint it white. Right up underneath the blue. We're going to go down just a little bit into the black. We're going to do the same thing over here. And we're going to fix it with the black, but we've got to get the white on there good first. Okay, so this is what it looks like. We're going to fix it. It's hard sometimes to put the paint on, but you have to keep going back and forth with it. You're going to end up doing some more black around the edges, but you want to get all the colors on, and then you can fix it. Because we're going to fix that. All right, so now I just needed to put a little blue. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to put a little blue right there. Now we're going to dip it back in the black because we're going to have to outline where we messed up and went too far into the black. I'm going to take my glasses off because it's hard for me to see up close with them. I swear, as I get older, it's like your painting gets better, but you can't see close up. Unless you take your glasses off. Want a little bit more on the here. You gotta hold your mouth just right. So this is what he looks like right here first. We're gonna need a little bit of orange for our nose. Let me get my glasses on so I can see. I can't see comments without them. I can't paint. Okay. All right. So we're going to let that dry just a little bit while we do our mouth and our nose. And the way I do my noses is just zigzag it till I get it as big as I want for the carrot. Just like this. The eyes will look better once I get the white on there. And then I'm going to take the black and do the black for the mouth. And this is the way it looks right now. And then we're going to take some white and go over the black if it's dry. See if I can take up some of the black right there. That way it'll dry quicker. This one's almost dry on the left. And take a generous amount on the end here. Not too generous. And there are his eyes. Hey, Amy Beard, thank you for coming on. Amy's my longtime friend. Put a little bit of color on the hat, just a little white. You love him, Paula? Aloha, Amy. Amy loves Hawaii. Alright, so this is what it looks like. This is the second one. And this is the first one. I'm kind of partial to this one, but he's cute too. So you can do whatever you want. You could put arms on this one if you wanted to, but I didn't choose to do that since he's pretty big anyway. It's about as big as my hand, bigger, a little bit bigger. Both are awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to get my paints and put a few of my paints back in here so we don't waste it. You love my faces. Thank you so much. Let's see, where's the white at? Here we go. Yes, I made them, Amy. I was just telling them that I had these from Dollar Tree, and I cut it just a little bit smaller to make 3 different sizes here instead of doing it 1 block, 2 block, 3 block, all the same. And then this is a sock that came from the Dollar Tree, and I put a little bit of fluffy stuff underneath the hat. I just took some ribbon and some tree limbs and drilled a hole in the middle when to put the arms on this one. And then for this one, I just had some blocks of wood outside. Thank you, Amy. And I just did 3 different sizes of these. I just cut them off because they were all about as big as this one at the bottom. So that's what I did for that one. And I wanted to show y'all something that I got at an estate sale. And I thought it was kind of ugly and it had a hole in it. It'll be really cute and we can paint this on alive. But it's Santa Claus, and I ended up trying to fix the hole. But this is what he looks like. He sits on a shelf. And he could be really cute, but he's really, really old, I'm guessing. And they just had it sitting there. It does sit on the side. It sits just like that. It sits on the edge of something. Your Dollar Tree does not have wood like that. I have 2x4s. You can use a 2x4 instead of using that, Pat. You can use whatever you have. It doesn't matter. Okay, but this had a hole in it. Where is the hole? Here it is. This was the hole. And I took some caulking and I filled the hole in because it kind of looks like different areas on the hat anyway. And I'll try to sand this down a little bit. And then I'll repaint this on a live and we can see him come to life. He's really, really pale. Some of the paint is just really dull on here. Even the red is dull. You can't hardly see it, but this is really dull face. He almost looks like he has liver disease because he's kind of greenish looking for whatever reason. But I thought that we could do this and repaint this gift basket or gift box or whatever that he's holding and put some flowers in it or something, or some other gifts in it. Barb would love that Santa. Yeah, it's really cute. It's just really not good right now. He doesn't even have red lips anymore. But I thought that we could repaint this and it would come to life. He needs little glasses. I've got some glasses, but I used them for a different Santa. I don't know if they'll fit or not, so we'll see. I could probably just make some wire rim glasses and stick on him. He does kind of look like he needs some glasses. But he'll look a whole lot better, and we'll do one of those. We might do it Friday. You know, Wednesday I try not to do something that's very time consuming because when I get off work, it's pretty tiring. Thank you so much, Jeannie. I'll try to make him perfect. But when I saw him, I thought I had to have him. It only cost me $5 at an estate sale, and I thought for $5 I can't beat that with a stick, so I had to get him. But if you are coming on later and you're watching this, make sure you hashtag replay so you can tell me that you were here. That is a good Santa that I am sure you will fix up fantastic. I hope so. I'm going to try to sand the top of this where I put that stuff, even if I have to do it on the grinder out there. Oh, wow, great find. I know, $5, you can't beat it. I could not leave it there, okay? Anytime there's a good item, even if it's damaged, and let me tell you, I've gotten some items at Hobby Lobby as well, and especially in the winter, you know, when you're getting Christmas items, that could be snow on the top of it. I fixed something the other day. It was a Santa or something. I'll have to show it to you next time. Because I can't remember what it was or where it's at right now. But no, I never did get the snowman forms at the Dollar Tree. What I've decided to do is just make my own. I went ahead and bought some loopy yarn, and I'm going to try to work on that today to see if I can do pretty good. I'm just going to make it smaller. I was going to do the bigger one. I don't know how big that one is at the Dollar Tree. I would think that it's not that big. It just looks bigger than what I was thinking. I'm going to use probably a 14-inch and then a smaller one or something like that, and put those together. It won't have the arms on it, but if I try to use some tree limbs like this one right here that's thin, maybe I could try to put that on and incorporate it in there. I don't know, but he doesn't have to have arms. It just, those came with it. Do you have a big house to store all your crafts? No, I have, I mean, it's a fairly big house. It's about 1,900 square feet. And this room actually is the biggest room except for the main room. And of course, I'm not going to put any of my crafts in my bedroom. Hey, Beth Hurley. So, this is my craft room and it's just full. So, I keep some of my paintings. I'll put them on, you know, like I showed the Christmas ones with the Santas. I put those behind my couch. I probably will use it a couple of years and then I may try to paint a different one. It's just canvases are so expensive, even 50% off at Hobby Lobby. I can get those, and then I'll try to make some more. But I took the one that I had in my office, which is the one that I put in the center behind my couch. And it's really, really cute. It's one of my favorite ones that I've ever done. My throat's starting to hurt. I guess I've talked too much today. But I want to do something simple. I probably will make over a Santa Claus that I got at Dollar Tree. Let me see if I can find it. This is what it looks like. I ended up taking this off because it looked like it was way down here and it didn't look right. Do I work in a hospital? I work for a hospital, but I work in an office, a GI gastroenterology office, as a nurse for one of the gastroenterologists, Dr. Bierman. So shout out to Dr. Bierman on here. But this is what I'm going to end up doing on Wednesday, is redoing this. We're going to paint it. We're also going to use a mop head, and we're going to use a little ball for right here, and then use some other fabric for this, for the brim of his hat. This will be for Wednesday. I don't want to do anything bigger than that for Wednesday just because I'll be tired when I get off. So we will change this up and make it look a lot cuter than this. But you can buy this at Dollar Tree. So if anybody wants to paint along, you'll need some red and some white paint, some cream color, well actually peachy color for the face. Hey Nelda Sanders, thank you for watching. We just finished making our snowmen. These are out of the blocks at Dollar Tree with some limbs out of the yard, and also this was part from a little sock for his hat. And this right here is the second one, just made out of some blocks of wood that I had extra with some buttons on it and a little bow. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. I will try to put up you're running to the Dollar Tree, baby. Well, I tell you, if you go to the one in Germantown, they have these blocks. I've not seen them at any other Dollar Tree, so I don't know if they'll have them where you're at. They might across town. But these little, just like this right here, is at the one in Germantown. There's plenty of them. And the rest of this stuff just came out of my garage thanks to Lisa that I work with. She gave me these left over from a fence project. And you are so welcome. Oh, well, look, I saw the Santa before and didn't get it. See? You got to look at things in a different way because this just did not go down here. This was crazy. It was on here crooked. And you see I've already put my line on there of what I want to do. Because this, even though this looks like a whole mustache, it really isn't. It doesn't look right. So everybody needs to get that, and then we can do that on Wednesday at 6. I may be at 6:30 on Wednesday. I looked and said I can't paint the face like Tanya. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. These are easy. If you just do step by step, you can do it. And I'll show how to do it and what I'm doing for my face. Most of my Santas look basically the same. They're all similar, even though they can come out a little bit differently, as you saw on the towel that I did on Friday night. The Santa looked a little different than the first one that I did. The first one always comes out better than any other ones. Cheryl said she can't paint either, Amy. But you can try. You know, this one's definitely doable. It's just dots. And that's just a skewer for the nose. So I know you can do that. And you can just make it bigger. Instead of doing the face like this one, you can just do round or oval eyes and just put a little white dot in there to make it look like eyes a little bit better. Miss Pat, y'all are so funny. But you can paint. It won't be that much. I'm going to try to paint this one today, and that way we'll do, you know, the other one on Wednesday. And then Friday, we may do the Santa. We may do another thing. I'm going to make a wreath. One day, Tanya. One day, huh? Make baskets and anything else I want of. I paint. See, Donna Black paints. So that's good. It just takes practice, doesn't it, Donna? That's for sure. Well, I hope everybody has a good rest of your afternoon. I'm going to try to work on some projects. That way I can have things and we'll, do some things during the week and on the weekend. Did you see Barb's costume? No. Which costume are you talking about, Jeannie? I want to make the cute sign to hang on the front door for Christmas. What kind of sign, Amy? Yes, a lot of practice, Donna says. Yeah, what kind of sign do you want on the front door? We can work on that too. Clown. Jeannie, oh, a clown. No, I didn't see her with a clown, in a clown suit. I don't know yet. I will find some pictures. Okay. Well, let me know and send it to me and we can work on that. I did buy some, I think, 16-inch round discs that can be used for the door. The 18-inch were ridiculously expensive and I didn't want to cut an 18-inch out of the wood that I got in the garage because I'm using that if I need to do something. And Barb and Mr. Wally were both clowns. Oh, I guess I did see the picture of them as the clowns. I saw Mr. Wally on Friday night in his little clown outfit trying to make his Santa, or actually a gnome. So, all right. Well, Amy, get that picture to me of what you want, and we will try to work on that. That'll be alive. And I will get some things together. I did work on something that's really cute, but I'm not going to show it live. It's mostly sewing, and I did do it by hand. I will take a picture of it whenever I get it finished. It's very, very cute. I may end up having to get some more felt and to finish it up, but it is so darn cute. I just don't know how to tell you. But I wish that I could sew. I haven't tried to sew by myself yet, so I don't know if I can actually sew it or not. So I had to hand sew it, so that took me a long time, and we're not going to sit on here and do a ton of hand sewing unless it's just one little thing, which I do want to make a snowman out of some material that I do just, a little stitch on so I can pull it and make a big round thing. But anyway, y'all have a good afternoon, and I will post what we're going to do on Friday and then Wednesday, of course, you already know. So I will talk to y'all later, and you have a good afternoon. Lindy is up next on Facebook if you want to look at Tater Buggin'. She's really cute and has some cute ideas. Thanks.